At Nationwide, we understand the complexities of new build. We've been supporting the market continuously, and over that time we've built a team of experts that understand new build, from mortgage policy to credit and property risk strategy. We never take for granted the support that brokers provide to the new build market in aiding and helping navigate customers through that journey. So we've created this guide that provides a lender perspective on new build. How are we supporting new build? Well, at Nationwide, we've got a team of 50 BDMs that are out in the field supporting brokers. We've got a new build support team, and we've also got a ring-fenced case ownership team that support your new build applications. We've also built a team of property risk experts, and I'm pleased to be able to introduce you to Gary Epps, our Chief Valuer. Hi, Gary.
Andy.
Gary, can you tell us a little bit about your role?
Certainly. Good morning. So I head up a team of charter surveyors, in-house valuers, area valuers. They're located in strategic locations in the country. And amongst their varied role, they focus very much on the new build sector. And I think it puts us as Nationwide in a very unique place in that we can look at each individual site and decide on exposure depending on the attributes of that site. We can go from zero if we don't like it, not many, right the way up to absolutely maxing out on exposure if the developer is right, if the product is right, if the demand and pricing is right. So that puts us in a unique place, I think. We're a risk department, but that's an opportunity which I think we bring to the place. Also part of our team is involved in analysing the exposure throughout the life of the development, and we can change that if the dynamic of the development changes. If we see that it's performing particularly well, we can improve. So again, another unique attribute, I think, to property risk.
And what's the difference of valuing new versus old?
How long have we got? It's a very specialist market, I think, looking at new build. The RICS have recognised that with new guidance. But I think I'll focus on one aspect, and that's comparables. In the new build space, valuers need to understand what's going on the new build site, so comparables from that site. Comparables also from adjacent new build sites, needing to understand the dynamics there, and in underpinning it with the second-hand values as well. Understanding, of course, that second-hand property does not perform as well as new build in terms of design, energy efficiency, maintenance costs. All those things need to be factored into the value to get to a new build price. Worth perhaps mentioning incentives too. Incentives muddy the water a little bit from a valuer's perspective, but we understand they're an integral part of the transaction. But we need to separate out those incentives which add value, upgraded kitchens, bathrooms, landscaping and so on. So it all goes to build towards the new build value.
And what innovations are you seeing in the sector?
Probably worth focusing on two. Modern methods of construction is one, and office to residential conversion is the other. MMC, we know the government have got some ambitious targets. Traditional construction, I don't think will develop those numbers. So MMC will fit into that place. We are supportive. There are some challenges. It's new technology, but we embrace it. And so long as it's got a suitable warranty, the marketability is fine, then we will go with that. Office to residential, perhaps more challenging. We've seen some really good examples. Equally, we've seen some inappropriate developments. I think it's fair to say that if we're looking at a conversion, it needs to have some link to residential. There needs to be some long-term sustainability in terms of demand. If it ticks the box, we will go for it. So those probably are the two main areas that we're seeing at the moment.
And what top tips would you give to brokers, Gary?
I think simply when we go onto site, it's very good to be greeted with all of the relevant information relating to the property, incentives, pricing, comparables, the UK finance disclosure form, etc. Having all that kind of thing readily accessible for the valuer. Treat them like a customer, if you like. And if they want to see a property that's finished, grant them access, because that's key in the process as well. And some custard creams and a cup of tea go down a treat as well, so that's good news.
Excellent. And I'd add to that. So in terms of what we'd ask brokers to do, if you've got any concerns about the case, any complexities ahead of submission, speak to your BDM about it, speak to your new build support team and talk it through with them. Equally, if it's a site that you've not dealt with before and you want to find out if we're accepting it or not, check our closed site list on the website. And then finally, what I'd say is, as soon as that case is submitted, get your requirements across to us as soon as possible, preferably on the same day, and only send us the requirements that are being requested by the system. Well, thanks very much. Really appreciate your time, Gary. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed the new build guide. Thank you.
Thank you.